it was just so much fun.
Just finished making the tzatziki.
I just have boxes all over, doing all the bank account stuff and whatnot. Hi guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another vlog. This past weekend was wedding weekend. Today is Monday. I'm back to work like nothing even happened, just back to my normal routine. So I wanted to take you guys along kind of like the post-wedding come down, the, what is it called? Like the post-wedding blues. I don't necessarily feel that yet, but definitely a bit of a come down that I'm going through. It's like, oh wait, I have to go back to real life now. I was worried that after the wedding, I would feel like, what do I do now? What do I do with myself? What do I do now? But honestly, that is not how I feel at all. I feel like I have a ton to do. I'll show you in a bit. The apartment is a wreck. We have stuff everywhere. And this isn't even all of it. I left a ton of bins at my mom's house full of wedding decorations that eventually I want to sell when I can get them here, get them on Facebook Marketplace. We just couldn't fit everything in the car. So we have like a little bit of it here, a little bit of it is still over there. We have one of my best friend's weddings in about 3 weeks. I'm a bridesmaid, I need to get my dress altered. I would like to get all my wedding dresses dry cleaned. We have a cake I need to figure out. I think I'm gonna try to freeze it. We have just a lot still going on. We have a honeymoon in a little bit over a month. Yeah, there's still plenty to do, which I'm honestly okay with because it keeps me busy, it keeps me moving forward. The wedding, let me sit down. The wedding was so much fun, worth everything, worth every stressor. Having everyone you know in one room is crazy. I definitely did feel pulled in a million different directions, wanting to try to talk to everybody, but it was just so much fun. And I was really nervous the whole day, but then once we did the ceremony, I was just like light. It was so fun. Rehearsal dinner was so fun. And now we're married. I'm not wearing my ring. I don't usually put my rings on when I'm just hanging around the house, but very excited. I am also back to work, which is hilarious. I took very minimal time off because our honeymoon is 2 weeks and that's a big chunk of my PTO. So trying to save as much as I possibly could. Back to work, I'm logged in. I've been trying to get my feet back under me with work. Then I need to get my feet back under me around the apartment. I also would just like to thank Naked Wines for sponsoring today's video, but I will talk to you guys about them a little bit later on. I'm going to attempt to freeze our wedding cake. I realized the first step, it's supposed to go in the fridge for like 24 hours. I looked up, it's totally crashing in on itself, but I'm gonna put this in the fridge for 24 hours. So tomorrow I will cut it up into slices and we'll get it frozen. We also had like 2 whole boxes of cupcakes left over. We left a box with my mom and then we brought a box home. Vanilla, red velvet, carrot, and like a cookie, chocolate Oreo cookie. I don't know what to do with them, honestly. I think we were gonna get Will to take some to work. I'm thinking I might go take some to our staff in the front office. Do you think they'd like them? I just don't know if they'll be like, ew, we don't want your cupcakes, you know? I think I'm gonna see if they want some. Good morning. I dropped the ball on vlogging yesterday because I just needed to like get the apartment back together and I just was like rushing around unpacking. It's still not 100%. A big goal for this week is to organize the closet so that I can fit all the stuff in there. We did check off a few things on my to-do list this morning. We went to the registrar's office this morning and turned in the marriage license application thing that you do on wedding day and got our marriage license. So it's official. We're married. I mean, it was official on Saturday, but feels very legal with the paperwork. Stopped by Wild Roots and got a coffee. Wild Roots is a little small, I don't know if you would call it a brick and mortar, but coffee shop. It's up by the YMCA in, I don't know if that's considered Uptown or South End, but when I lived in Charlotte before, back in like 2021, they were a coffee truck and I loved their coffee. I would like look on their Instagram where they were gonna be and I would go to the coffee truck. And then they opened a brick and mortar in South End and since then they've moved to this other location and it's just as good as I remember. And I love supporting like a small business that's come up like that, you know? So Wild Roots Coffee, stopped and got that. We also ran by the bank to deposit some money. I am not legally changing my name and doing all the bank account stuff and whatnot until after the honeymoon because I need my passport for the honeymoon. So, which I'm actually glad that I have some time. I'm not in a rush to do any of that stuff. Like it'll happen when it happens. Checked off a few things on my list. The only other things I have, I need to write all of our thank you notes. I need to take my dresses to the dry cleaners, and I need to organize the closet. That's what's kind of going through my brain. I just feel like I really need to get my life back together more than usual. We did just get our wedding sneak peeks back, so I want to look through these and save them. I'm back to my normally scheduled programming. Will cooking me dinner. This is what's happening in here. I'm doing a little bit every day to go through this and get these bins as organized as I can. I have 3 new bins and I have a bunch more still at my mom's that I'm gonna get at a later date. So I'm just starting with this, doing what I can. So it'll be a bit of a process because I still probably need like 3 or 4 more for our other Christmas decorations and bedding, but I'm starting with what I have here and just decluttering, going through everything. I've been doing like a little bit a day, not all of it. Going through my Halloween costume bin right now, which honestly comes in handy more than you would even realize because I always don't plan to do anything for Halloween and then I need a last minute costume. Birthday sash. I also have like a hosting party bin that I've created.
Strength, show me your weakness. We're in this together now. We're in this together now. Give me your love and tell me your secrets.
Good morning. Today is Wednesday and I still do not feel like my life is back together after the weekend. I still just feel like, I don't know. I'm just not back together, but I want to be. So I'm like slowly trying to get back to it. I have a couple plans with friends today. I'm gonna take my lunch break today to go grab lunch with a couple friends who are still in town from the wedding. And then tonight I have a friend coming over for a wine night, which I need to like get some snacks or something for that, but that's something we'll think about after work today. And I also need to clean the apartment for her to come over. Nothing too crazy, but like I'd like to vacuum and stuff. I feel like I need to clean the apartment anyway. So I'm being so honest with you guys. I still just don't feel put together, but I'm about to like wipe down the kitchen counters because it's bothering me. There's cake crumbs on them. Speaking of cake, I need to freeze the cake. It's still just sitting in the fridge. That's what I need to do right now. And I also want to start our thank you notes for all the gifts that we got at the wedding. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get some laundry going. I feel like I've made good progress on the guest closet. Once I finish the guest closet, I think I'll feel like my life is more together because right now I just have boxes all over the bathroom in there. So like it's very messy. So I think once I get that nice and organized, I'll feel a little bit better. I gave like a plate of cupcakes to our leasing staff and they were very grateful. And Will took the rest to his work. So we got rid of those. I did not want to throw them away. So I'm glad we found some people who could enjoy the cupcakes. Cake is like one of my favorite foods for sweets and I'm like caked out. I'm very sick of cake, I'm not even gonna lie. Will not be having cake anytime soon. If you missed the wedding week vlog, for his wedding present, I got Will a Traeger, which is a smoker. It's an electric smoker, so he can like do meats on it, smoke meats. And I got him the small one that's on wheels, so we can like move it around. There was a guy in our old apartment in Tampa who had a smoker and he kept it in the parking lot and he would bring it outside the building and smoke his meat on the street. So that was kind of like my thoughts of it. I was like, you can keep it in the parking lot, parking garage, whatever. And then you can smoke it out like on the sidewalk, which is what the guy in Tampa did. So that was like my thoughts on it. We are gonna ask for permission before we do that. So interested to see what they say. Worst case, we keep it at a friend's house in their backyard or in a storage unit. We could do that. But yeah, I'm honestly hoping they let us just keep it on our porch. But we do have a friend who has a backyard that we have access to. So like we could put it in his backyard if we wanted to. So that's like was my thoughts on it.
Here it is. It's clean, hasn't been used yet. He built it in the apartment. So it's just sitting here for now until we either get permission or lack of permission to keep it on our balcony. Okay, I'm very aware this might not look that crazily different to everybody, but to me, this is a miracle. I was able to separate out all my stuff into bins, so I have like things for hosting, crafts, keepsake box, extra bedding. This is the Christmas stuff, and also here, I'm just waiting to get a couple other bins and I'll be able to organize all the holiday stuff into bins. Probably at the end of June is when I'll get those bins. I have bins here for gifting. This is like Halloween, but also weights and athletic stuff. Some bridal stuff I want to get rid of. And this is all the stuff that I am getting rid of, either selling or donating or throwing away. I feel really good about it. Everything like has a home. I can actually fully walk all the way to the back of the closet, which has not happened in quite some time. So I feel good about this project. I feel like I'm slowly getting my life back together and we're feeling good. Okay, we have a grill update. Will just went and talked to our leasing staff and they said we're good. They said it
Fire extinguisher, fireproof mat.
Yeah, get a fire extinguisher and we can have it on the porch. So that's actually really exciting because I thought we could probably keep it on the porch, but I didn't think he'd be able to cook on the porch. I thought you might have to like take it out into the parking lot. But no, they said we're good. So if they say we're good, then we're good. So I'm excited about that. Look at his fancy work suit. Soon it will be on our porch. I'm pretty excited. I haven't had a friend over to just like chill and drink wine and hang out on the couch in months, I feel like. This is a friend who lives in New York and came in for the wedding and she's here all week. So I got some fresh flowers and then I got a ton of snacks. I'm just gonna do like a snack board. I am gonna make some tzatziki and then I'm gonna have peppers, carrots, and then like cheese and crackers and stuff like that. So just like snacks, basically. We are gonna get to use some of our wedding gifts, like this tray from Crate & Barrel. That's really cool. It has like a dip bowl in the middle. It's nice glass. And then it has all these little compartments. So I'm gonna fill it with veggies, pita chips, and I'm gonna put some tzatziki down in the center. I'm excited to use it. I basically just have a ton of like veggie prep to do. I need to start with the cucumber. Tzatziki is like shaved cucumber, and cucumber has a ton of water in it. So after you shave it, it needs to sit and let the water drain. So I'm literally just gonna shave it right onto this paper towel. This is a monumental moment. This is our first time cooking with my fresh herbs.
Wow.
We needed dill for the tzatziki, so I cut some. Will you chop it?
Just finished making the tzatziki. I've got cucumbers, pita chips, peppers, and carrots to dip in it. And then I just have strawberries over here too because it's strawberry season and they are so good. And then I have a little cheese board, which on the side I'm gonna put some pepperoni and crackers. And it wouldn't be a wine night without some wine. I've got two options here. I have the Sauvignon Blanc from Dunoli. I'm probably saying that wrong. Dunoli. And I have the Matt Parrish Reserve Chardonnay, both of which are from Naked Wines, which if you haven't heard about Naked Wines, let me tell you about them really quick and thank them for sponsoring today's video. Naked Wines is a subscription wine service that sends wine directly to your doorstep, which I think is super cool. It kind of cuts out that middleman of having to go to the store, wonder what kind of bottle is going to go best with what you're looking for, what meal you're having. They will suggest wine to you based off your personal preferences, based off your ratings, and you can also see how other members have rated bottles of wine.
wine to get you an idea of if you think you're gonna like it or not. And if you don't like a bottle, they'll give you a credit for the bottle, so it's really risk-free. But how it works is you pay $40 a month and it goes into your account to shop all the different wines that they have on their website. You're also supporting independent winemakers because that is who they get their wine from, and most of the bottles are up to 60% off market price, so you get them a lot cheaper than you would if you found them in a store. Absolutely no commitment, you can cancel anytime. I just think it's a really cool thing to literally shop for your wine online. You can look at reviews and get it sent directly to your doorstep for a really good deal. I also do have a voucher for $100 off a case of wine, which gives you 12 bottles of wine for like 80 bucks, which is an incredible deal. So make sure you guys check out my link in the description box, and thank you again, Naked Wines, for sponsoring today. We will be enjoying these 2 bottles. I'll see if my friend wants to do a Sauvignon Blanc or a Chardonnay tonight. Here is our stunning and beautiful wedding cake. It was exactly what I wanted, just like, you know, that classic vintage icing, and it had some pearls on it. It has crashed in on itself, we think, because it's so moist, but I'm gonna see what I can do to salvage a few pieces and wrap them in plastic wrap and have some cake for like our 1-year anniversary, I guess. Start with cutting it in half. I'm gonna cut it in half again. And I'm gonna cut this in half. I realize that's not how you cut a cake like this, but I feel like these look good. It's carrot cake, of course. Our friends who came over last night also said our cupcakes were delicious, and I thought the cake was delicious. The vendor for that was the Cupcake Shop in Raleigh, if I have any Raleigh brides. 1 slice. Come back in a year and we'll try it and see how that worked. It is a work from couch kind of day. Today is the first day that I feel like normal. I feel back to normal, back into a routine, and we are here for the next 2 weekends in a row, which is exciting. And I don't really have any plans. Like, I have little plans to like go get dinner with people, but nothing super out of the ordinary. So I'm excited to just like be here and relax for the next 2 weeks. But I think it is a work from couch afternoon, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna work the rest of the day. I'm gonna go play pickleball tonight as my exercise, and we're gonna be productive, get some stuff done. Getting ready to go play pickleball. I've had a really tough day at work, if I'm being honest. I have computer troubles. My computer just is not, I don't know, it's not strong enough for the computing power that I really need, and therefore it's extremely slow and I can't get things done. I could get things done probably 5 times faster if I had a computer that could handle the type of data and things that I'm working with. So that is always really frustrating to me. I've probably spent over half my day battling my computer, and yeah, it's frustrating, and they don't give you new computers until you're like up for upgrade after a certain period of time. So it's a little frustrating. So that was my work day, but I'm about to go play pickleball. So get a little bit of movement, get my frustrations out, look away from my computer for a couple hours. This will be my first time doing any kind of exercising this week, if I'm being honest. I have been just feeling really tired and run down, and I feel like I've said that like 10 times, but it's just reality, okay? If I regret anything about the wedding, I wish I took a little bit more time off work. Like the days surrounding the wedding, specifically Monday would have been really nice to have off, but I didn't. And I have a reason for not doing it, but in an ideal world, I'd have like unlimited PTO and I would have been able to take Monday off.
As a pet owner, you have to understand that some days you can't make your bed because your dog is way too comfortable. Like, how am I going to disturb this to make the bed? We're not. We're going to let you do your thing. and we're just gonna have an unmade bed for the rest of the day.
I actually was not planning on this being a full week. I was just planning on it being a couple days, but honestly, I've only gotten a few minutes of clips every single day because I've been doing the bare minimum this week with the wedding come down. Starting yesterday, I definitely like started to feel more like myself and feel like, okay, I can get back into a routine. The beginning of the week, I was just like really tired. It felt like we went on like a really long vacation and got home and like, you know how you feel just tired, you kind of got to reset, get back in a routine. That's exactly how the wedding come down has felt for me. I don't feel wedding blues. Like I'm not sad that that season is over. Honestly, I'm more excited. I'm excited for this new chapter, this new season of life. I'm like, I need to re-identify myself. I need to like do a goal check-in and be like, okay, who am I without wedding planning and without that chapter of life? We'll get to that. I think I'm gonna try to do like a reset, sit down, think about my goals for June. But yeah, starting to feel good. But that's why I only got a few minutes of footage throughout each day this week, because I was kind of just like surviving. I was kind of doing the bare minimum. I was working, but besides working, I wasn't doing a whole lot of other things, and I'm not gonna film work. That's where we are, but I am working on our thank you notes. We have a ton to send. And usually how I do it is I will write like the first part, and then Will, when he gets home from work, will write his part. So we have thank you notes here, and I'm just gonna stuff the envelopes and put stamps on them. And I think we have 11 ready to go out, but we still have probably 10 more or so to do. That's what I'm working on right now. I'm still having computer troubles with work. I'm not gonna lie. I can't get files to open. I can't get files to save. I did finally get my code to run, which is a miracle. So the code ran, but now I can't open my applications, Power BI, that I need to open. So I don't know what to do about it. And I don't think people understand how bad it really is. Like I'm at a work stop right now because I can't get my files to open, but I'll deal with it. It will get fixed, I'm sure. But in the meantime, while that file tries to open, I will be stuffing envelopes and getting out our first thank you cards. Lunch is a snack plate. Who doesn't love a snack plate? Like, this is incredible. Let's be honest. I have some turkey pepperoni, some carrot chips, some Havarti cheese, some crackers, and then the little bit of tzatziki that we had left over to dip my carrots in. I'm thriving.
Will picked up some accessories for his new smoker. We have a shelf for the front. We have wood pellets and drip trays. What are these?
It's a little like kind of grease bucket, so like as things cook and it runs off like down the drip tray, it then goes up the little chute into that little bucket, and then the little liners for the bucket make it to where I'm not like having to clean out the bucket all the time.
What's the first thing you're cooking? Is it ribs?
Yep. We'll do ribs tomorrow.
Ribs.
And then Sunday we'll do a tri-tip.
2 days in a row?
Yep. And you know what else we're cooking tomorrow?
What?
Salmon.
On the smoker?
Mm-hmm. And Sunday I'll also cook a London broil.
We're gonna have more like meat than we can eat. We'll have to have someone over for dinner.
We should.
Lots of sauce. He's very excited, if you can't tell.